Maybe they're better at picking it up or better at just not hitting animals. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Montana and I was an exchange student in Germany. Now I'm back in the US, unfortunately, but I still like to make these videos on the US versus Germany. It's a super nice day outside here in Virginia, so I decided to film outside. Today I'm going to be talking about things that I never saw in Germany or just were not common. So of course some of these, they definitely have them in Germany, but they're a lot less common than in the United States. And they are really common things. So I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. That way you guys can get a sense of what I'm talking about. The first one that I thought was interesting is that I never really saw billboards in Germany. So in the United States, we've got a ton of billboards, especially in big cities. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, which is the capital of Virginia, and our like inner city highways, there are so many billboards. Like you drive around and there are just billboard after billboard. And even people, so once COVID hit, like some people bought billboards for seniors graduating high school. They bought them and like had their face displayed and stuff. So we have a lot of billboards, and I was really surprised because just thinking back to my time in Germany, I could not picture a single billboard while like I was driving somewhere with my host family. I can't picture one. I lived in Passau, but even driving to like Munich, maybe driving to Munich there were some because that is like a heavier highway stretch, but yeah, no billboards. Super strange to me. Another one just on the kind of car route is larger cars. So SUVs, trucks, those are just not really common in Germany. In the United States, they are so common, but it makes sense in Germany because people there are a lot more environmentally friendly. My host family had a Prius, which is a lot better for the environment than like an SUV or a big car. I just think that people are more conscientious when purchasing a car and like how much gas it consumes, because that's another thing, gas in Germany was super expensive. Another thing that I didn't see as much in Germany was traffic. Yes, there's definitely traffic in Germany. I'm not saying that there's none of it, but compared to traffic in the United States, it was never that bad. I think my perception may be a bit skewed just because I drive a whole lot more in the United States than I did in Germany since I couldn't drive. So I was kind of limited to whenever I was in a car with my host family, but still I don't like recall sitting in traffic really ever, going to sports or anything like that. And in the United States, you would definitely sit in traffic. Stretch from Richmond to DC is like some of the worst traffic, and it's super annoying. Maybe the Autobahn has something to do with that, maybe not. Maybe German drivers are just better. Sorry, if you cannot tell, I thought of a lot of these while driving in the car. So car accidents, there were far fewer car accidents in Germany than in the United States that I saw. When I'm driving in the US, I will see at least a car accident every 2 days, every 3 days. The other day I saw like 3 car accidents in one day. And it's just kind of common, which is sad because I know that they cause a lot of fatalities, and just car accidents are never good. But it was weird to me because I didn't see that many in Germany. Another thing I didn't see was cops pulling people over for speeding, or like cops hiding out for speeding. That one definitely could be common in Germany. I just don't know about. These other ones I'm like pretty sure are not that common. Back on the topic of the billboards, I forgot to mention that I think that there aren't as many billboards because there's stricter European laws, and Germany just doesn't want these ugly billboards like clouding up their gorgeous farm landscapes and such. So makes sense why they don't have as many billboards. I do wish that was us, but sometimes the billboards are funny. I wish I could have filmed some for you guys. It's kind of hard when you're driving, but some of them are super funny and like have these 3D things. I don't know if you guys know what Chick-fil-A is. It's this chicken fast food company, but they have like cows as their images, so they'll have like 3D cows on the billboards. Very American, but sometimes it's funny. They also have some billboards with like religious things on it. One thing that I never saw in Germany that I really wish you guys had was a cheap craft store. Now hear me out. In the United States, we've got all these cheap craft stores. There's a bunch of chains like Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and all they sell are craft supplies. They're huge craft stores, and there's always coupons for them. They're not too expensive, but they do have like nice expensive products as well. In Germany, I could not find a cheap craft store ever. There is like Mueller, but that's not the same. That's like comparing it to like a CVS or Walgreens, like it's not the same. And they have other things there, like they've got the food, they've got the makeup. It's not just a craft store. And then another craft store I went to was super duper expensive. I was trying to get something for like my art class in Germany. I just couldn't believe that there wasn't any, and I asked my host sister and my host mom, and they both said, oh, we probably just order that online. So that was weird to me. Maybe I'll start up a cheap craft store in Germany, and that'll be my ticket back into the country. The next one is Motels. So maybe they're motels, but I really just don't think so, because in Europe that's not a thing as much. And it's also like, you guys have hostels. Why would you need a motel when you have hostels? Hostels are more for young people, but motels are just kind of cheaper, grosser hotels, and you see a lot of them on the sides of highways, like long stretches of highway, because like truckers will stop there to sleep overnight, or they're just like a more budget-friendly version, but a lot of times they are not so nice and kind of gross. So did not see many of those there. This is something that I did kind of see, but it just shocked me. So rings, oh no, my ring came out. Oh, that is so sad. Okay, I need to look for that. This ring came off. I need to look for it. I've got a lot of rings and I wear them a lot, but in Germany, all of my girlfriends in school, they didn't really wear rings, which was surprising. Like they would maybe wear like one band like this, or just like one, but a lot of rings was not common. I feel like in the US it's becoming a girly trend, my age, teen to 20s, 30s, to wear a lot of rings, but in Germany that just wasn't the style, at least while I was there. And then I've got 3 more things. So the next one that I have is thrift stores. I did not see many thrift stores in Germany, and I am a big thrifter, so I would check wherever I went. Like any city, I would search thrift, and just not many would come up. I think that secondhand, they call them like secondhand Laden? What? Why can I not think of the plural word for store right now? Anyway, they call them secondhand instead of thrift, but there just weren't that many in Germany. I'm not sure why. It's just probably not as much of the culture. Like in the United States, it's very much, let me just go dump these at Goodwill, which is a super big thrift store chain. I actually got these overalls thrifting, and I put all of my pins on them, and it makes me so happy. I've got like, here is Italy and Czech Republic, and then of course Germany over here and Paris. These ones are from Austria. So I just thrifted these. I love these. I do wish there were more thrift stores in Germany. I found that there was once one in Passau, but it shut down. Sadly, not sure why. My next one is graduation pictures. Never really saw these. People would post, like a few friends would post once they finished like the Abitur, but in the United States, people get really expensive, fancy photo shoots after graduation. So after high school graduation, which is 12th grade, and also after college or university graduation, it's kind of custom to do a big photo shoot. Like you'll pay a photographer and you'll get these super nice photos. Kind of odd, I guess, but it's just normal. People want that as like tradition, and then you can send those cards out to friends and family members, and sometimes they'll send you money back. I didn't pay like I did pay a photographer, but it was a girl from my high school and she was super good and it wasn't that expensive. But I know some people will spend like $400, $500 plus on these graduation photos, and so that was not something that I really saw in Germany. This will be my last one, guys. Oh no, I have 2 more actually. Roadkill. I thought about this on the drive while driving yesterday as well, because I passed so much roadkill. I passed like 4 raccoons and a deer, this really gross deer, and I passed all of these birds on this bridge, and there's just so much roadkill in the United States, and there was not much in Germany. I think the only roadkill that I ever saw was like one little dead hedgehog on the side of the road, and it made me so sad, but that's it. Maybe they're better at picking it up, or better at just not hitting animals. Maybe there are less animals in Germany. If you guys know why there's less roadkill, please let me know. I would love to know. And my last one, actually, let me go get what I'm talking about. Okay guys, last common thing that I never saw in Germany was plastic branded cups. I swear if you have been to the US or you are American, you know that these are part of like every single American household. They're just dumb cups with like, this one's from UVA and it's super beaten up. This is probably from a football game. This one, I have no clue what this one is. Like apartments or some restaurant. And people give these cups out and then they just get thrown into your cupboard and you use them every day for water, for whatever. And this was not something in Germany that I saw a lot because we just used fancy like glasses, and my friends' families used fancy glasses as well. So these ratchet cups are clearly very American. If you use these in Germany, let me know, because I did not know anyone who did. That's all that I have today for things I never saw in Germany. Let me know if any of those you think I'm wrong about, if you think that they are common in Germany and I was just blind. Who knows? I could have been. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Thanks so much again for watching. Bleib gesund und tschüss!